Well, crime is top of mind in New Orleans, both for you and for our city leaders. And some crimes are trending down here in the city, just as a crime special session is happening in Baton Rouge.
WDSU reporter Brittany Werner went one-on-one with District Attorney Jason Williams to talk about his goal for public safety in 2024. Brittany?
Yeah, that's right. Well, District Attorney Jason Williams says thanks to unique partnerships and help from outside sources, work is getting done at the DA's office, and this is ultimately meant to create a safer New Orleans.
We're constantly looking for either new tools, new people, or new partnerships that can help us achieve that goal.
The district attorney's office thinking outside the box to foster a safer New Orleans as some crime trends down in 2024. Jason Williams credits uncommon partnerships like using private silver firm Morris Bart to have extra attorneys screening cases.
There's a lot of people like, this has never happened before. Why are you doing this? We didn't have enough people to deal with the influx of cases. It's not just adding more people, but it's also adding other resources like the right tools.
Tools like their OSINT task force, which stands for Open Source Intelligence.
That really that's never been in place, I don't think, in any prosecutor's office in this country. They look at anything that's out there publicly on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. People put all their business on the street, who they're dating, who they broke up with, also who they're mad at. That type of evidence will help us prove our cases in court.
Another unique partnership, bringing state troopers into the city permanently, which DA Williams says is especially beneficial for areas like New Orleans East, which often doesn't have a large enough police presence to begin with.
People wait for hours for a call for service. When you have to wait that long and it's a violent crime or victim crime, it turns into a very horrible situation for those victims and those survivors.
Williams says it can also make it more difficult to gather the right evidence needed to solve cases.
It also means that this office, we don't get the critical evidence that we could have found if an officer or detective had gotten to that scene sooner, right? So having the state police in to allow more men and women to help the people of this community, that's another force multiplier. That's another partnership that's going to let us make this community safer.
What do you think are some of the biggest challenges that you faced in this role?
I ran for office in the middle of the pandemic. Everything was shut down. We didn't have courts. We didn't have jury trials longer than any other place in the country, which means we got a backlog.
Even with the challenges, Williams says thanks to new partnerships, crime has been trending downward in the right direction. Homicides and carjackings are down more than 30%, while shootings and armed robberies are down more than 40%, allowing leaders to focus on more problematic areas driving crime.
We shut down the New Image corner store last year because of guns and drug sales, and the community responded very well to that. So we're going to do that with problematic apartment complexes and any place that's fostering criminal activity.
What can the citizens expect to see differently from your office this year?
They're going to still see the same hard work. They're going to still see the same attention to detail, but we want to improve on everything. In every single category, even with crime going down, even with more victim witness advocates, even with a strong homicide unit and an SVU and a SOCA unit, we still know that we can do it better.
And Williams says improving the relationships between the community, law enforcement, and their local leaders is going to help continue moving things forward in the right direction.
I believe we can have safe streets and we can have fair court. Criminal justice reform and public safety are not antithetical. They are two sides of the exact same coin. We have to stay vigilant about the mission that we're on, but these partnerships are strong and they're committed to one goal, and that one goal is a safer New Orleans as fast as possible.
Now, this is just the beginning to the many partnerships that are helping the District Attorney's Office with the work they do. Coming up at 10 on WDSU, we sit down with former Police Chief Michael Harrison, who tells us about his new partnership with the DA's office and how his expertise is helping to fight crime all over the country and right here in New Orleans. Guys.
Thank you.